everybody. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at SynthMaster 2 and we're going to be taking a good look at the Wavetable synthesis engine and programming some stuff with that. So wavetables, yes, marvelous thing. Just another one of the superpowers of the SynthMaster 2. So wavetables take very, very short bursts of a waveform, sometimes single cycle and things like this. Very, very short stuff, and then you can sort of track through them and things and use the index to travel through them. And this patch is quite complex. There's a lot of modulation going on in this. I've used key scalers, sequences, and both layers, 2 arpeggios running both at different speeds, quite a few effects, all sorts of stuff. It's quite a complex patch. I built this afternoon just to start off tonight's live stream with, so it kind of evolves. And if I hold on, all I need to do is basically press a key and it'll start. Kind of do its own thing. It's great. But there's all sorts of stuff going on modulating the pitch. The key scaler, for instance, is modulating the pitch and also the frequencies. Anyway, so that's one example of a patch that's 100% made with just wavetables. Of course, the good thing with wavetables is because there's zillions of them and you can get a load for free as well, but there's also stacks included in there. You can create very unique sounds, and they do kind of sound FM-ish, but you know, you can calm them down like this and make them sort of more ethereal or experimental, if you like. So, but on the other hand, they can sound super cool as well, and they can also sound very analog. If we go into browse, I'm just going to make sure I've saved everything on this patch. So I'm going to go into browse, go down to my patches are there already. This one here, 70s Dream Comp. If we take a quick look at this, you'll see that only layer 1 has been used, but both oscillators are using the Wavetable engine. And this is a totally different kind of sound. This is, I'll take hold off. This is going with the series routing as well, so it's slightly different, but both filters are engaged. And this is genuinely more kind of analogish, but again it's just wavetables. And not it doesn't sound wavetable-ish, it sounds kind of analogish. So hello to everyone who's here. Hi Jamie, hi Jude, hi Jamie, hi Hort, hi Dave, hi Stephen, hi Colin, hi Spider, hi Wigglers, anyone I may have missed. Hello Joe, hi Michael. Anyone I may have missed, I do apologise, but if you Captain, the captain is here. So lovely sound. That's a really nice sound. So great. So I think the easiest thing to do would be as normal. We'll just go up here. We'll hit initialize preset. We're left with our basic type, and it's a sawtooth. One oscillator, one layer. Go into where it says basic here. Now this is where you want to choose wavetable. And just to save time, we'll go into oscillator 2, and we'll also choose into basic here. We'll choose Wavetable and go back to Oscillator 1. Now here's our initial Wavetable sound, and it's basically just a sine wave. So to be fair, doing lots with the indexing ain't really gonna make any difference, or the phasing, because basically it's a sine wave, but it's a nice sine wave. I mean, we can, and what I will do for this particular one is I will change my filter routing to split, because for this first patch we'll make it, it may end up only being one patch we design, but I want this to be kind of a pad, something that's slow and evolving. But that's a nice sound, you know. But we want something that's gonna be, I want something complex, that when I start to modulate things like the index and stuff like that, that we get some movement in the sound. So we where it, just underneath where it says Wavetable, it's got a little name that says Custom Wavetable. We can open this, boink, and go to Wavetables, and now you see, even included, there are just tons and tons and tons of wavetables. I'm going to go start with this one from Dean's Electronic Sounds. He made some wavetables from my voice and from Jacob Hack's voice, Jacob, if you like. So I particularly like this one, which is Doug Formant 8, and it sounds like this. And that's although that's a very digital and harsh sound, it's going to give us a nice big range of sounds we can track through. So we'll keep that as our first one. We'll just close it, and there it is there. And if we look at our speed index now, we can track through that index. We can change the phase of it as well, maybe. So about there, that's a really nice sound. So I'm not going to modulate the index there, but what I will see if I can do is we'll see if we can add some oscillator drift. Oscillator drift is great if you're going for I guess an earlier kind of analog sound. So excuse me, oscillator drift. This, what we'll do is it starts to detune, but it's quite a nice detune. Okay, but we don't want much of it. Another trick I want to do is I kind of want this first sound to be wide. And the cool thing with SynthMaster is we can spread this stuff right out. If we just use where it says voices at the moment, we've got one. We want to turn our volume right down here, because as we're going to increase the voice number, do this, we can increase up to 16. We're going to put it on 4. As we increase the voice number, it's going to get louder. So here it already. So going from 1, 2. We'll stick with 3. I like 3 quite nice actually. And we'll use a high shelf filter on that algorithm. Here's the trick here, right? This is really, really great. The trick with this is now to go into voices, and you have detune and pan spread. So if I use pan spread, if you're wearing headphones now, and I hope you are, you'll hear a huge difference as this spreads those voices, those 3 voices, right out across the stereo field. Right, and then you can even do it more if you start to detune. But again, little is best. We can also affect the tone spread. listen, we change the algorithm to maybe a low shell. Turn the volume down. Go back to our main oscillator and turn the volume down. Do you know what? I'm not going to make a pad with this sound. I'm really liking this as a kind of a as a keyboard sound. It's definitely a super proggy sound. So we're nearly finished with this patch. We can add some. I'd definitely be doing something with the. What I like to do with ADSR1, which is, if we look at our layer, ADSR1 is already pre-mapped to the volume of layer 1, because it gives us our ADSR. Oh, it's nice, that is. See how it's like really deep down? I'm really tempted to save that and then carry on with it, and I'm going to save this as it is, because I really like that kind of save preset as. I'm going to choose my folder here and give it a preset name, and I'm going to call it. I'll just call it. I'll call it Formant. What the hell? Formant? No, with a T. Formant depth. And I'll remember what that is. Oh, Formant bass, and then I'll remember to play it down the bass and bass. Okay, cool beans. So that's done. So down the bass will be. So we can get on with this now to take it back to a normal level. So let's do something with the release. And that's nice. Let's take a little bit of the attack off it, see what it does. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, cool. I think a filter. My two favorite filters in this are the V analog, the virtual analog, and the ladder. I like this. See the difference between the SVF and the virtual analog is so warm. And awesome. So very nice. So we've got a bit of filter going on now. I don't think we need any key tracking. Will be yeah, to take the harshness out the top end, we'll drag this key track down a little. Brilliant. That's a really nice sound. But not enough. We want to do some more stuff with this sound. So for definite, let's see what we can do. Let's see what either an ensemble or so turn ensemble on, and we'll turn on chorus as well. And let's just hear it first with the Ensemble. So we'll switch chorus off. Go to okay, quite like the settings for that. Switch it off. Go to chorus now. Switch chorus on. I think just a little bit of it, and I think definitely we need a little bit of maybe a bit of reverb. And you know what a big fan I have of modulated reverb tails. Let's have this one of the LFOs. We may as well use LFO 1 because we're not using anything with it. Slightly modulate the shelf in the oscillator. So just for ease, we'll just drag it on there. Too fast. Let's adjust the phase. And let's, at the moment it's going to re-trigger every time I hit the key. So like watch at the beginning. See this, when it just re-triggers. I don't want that. I want it to go into global mode. So what will happen now is that the LFO will do the sweep, but will ignore my key triggering. So it'll slowly change over time, which is lovely. And I think we could do something very similar, but less drastically. We could use an LFO number 2. We'll do something similar. We'll assign LFO number 2 to wait a sec, LFO 2 here. But that's miles too much, see? So we're going to turn the volume that down. I'm going to speed it up so I can hear the effect. Here I'm on. I selected LFO 1, so I'm going to add modulation, LFOs. So I think even that's too much. Less. don't have to stick with a sine. We can choose a wavetable type signature. That's quite nice, and we can add some phase. I'll change. It's too sharp. Howdy doody doody. I still don't like that waveform. Something like I'm gonna just stick with a sine wave for this, because otherwise, or a triangle, maybe a triangle. Why hasn't it changed? God damn it. Oh, I know. We can... Too much of this. Weird. I'm obviously doing something wrong here. I might. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I quite like that sound. So let's go to Oscillator 2 now. Switch this off. Something like, oh, that's nice. Without having done anything to it and just using the basic wave with the other effects and the stuff, that sounds really lovely. Switch Oscillator 1 back on. So this nice bit of, I'm just going to, I'll change the name of the thing as well, but this is nice. It's kind of PPGish, but it's given, that sine wave's given reinforcement. You can't really notice it. It's given reinforcement to the first oscillator. And I just swapped out the LFO for LFO3, so. Okay. What was my routing? Cool, so. Now I've sent. Sorry. Okay. Let's add a little bit of noise. And let's send that to this as well, to LFO3. Can you hear that? Okay, so we'll save that as something else. Save preset as. Add this to my folder. Call it not Formant Bass 2. We'll call it Formant Keys. Want of anything better? Save. Save, save, save. So now if we go to the browser, to my patches here, where are they? So if we've got Formant Bass, which we've done. Very cool. And Formant Keys. Good. Oops. Go back to our synth. Super duper. Let's do another. Let's go initial preset. Let's set our type to Wavetable. Let's go to Oscillator 1. Set it to Wavetable as well. Let's do something with something, what's this? Let's have a look at these additive ones. Organs, no. No, analog. Profit pulse. Okay, let's start with that. Let's have a swig of me drink, I'm thirsty. So, nice. It's quite a nice sound, actually. Another thing I like as well is my favorite ADSR is not the digital one. So listen, this is the default ADSR setting. So, you know, it's super clean, on, off. But same settings, and if we go to the Prophet, I like the Prophet. So listen, sorry, not the Prophet. I like, is it the fatty one I like? The OB. I like the OB. It's got a slight little bit of release on it. Again, I'm going to change the filters to virtual analog, and I'm going to switch it on. Sorry, I was on the wrong one. So virtual analog. Very nice bit of release. So that's too loud. So that's really good sound, but it doesn't sound very wavetable-ish, so which is a good thing. So let's see. let's do something with the key scale. And I've used the key, shown you what the key scaler can do. The key scaler is very cool. Key scaler. It's another modulation source, a bit like a, well, it's just another modulation source. So it's not assigned to anything. So we'll assign the key scaler to the indexing. Okay, so let's just go, we'll tap on this, add modulation. And we'll go to key scalers and I will assign it to key scaler 1. So what's happening? You see? So we're going to add some points in here. So add a point, 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 add some points. And now we can really mess around with the sound as per notes played with the key scaler. So which is really nice. It gives I mean, we can go nuts, you know. We could assign the frequency as well to key scaler, same one. Thanks, Spider. Thank you. Very, very kind of you, mate. Thank you. All right, so let's do something with the sequencer as well. Let's definitely assign the sequencer to, actually, let's assign the sequencer to the filter, because I think it sounds really, really nice on a filter. So again, we'll just pick it up, sequencer 1, we'll just drop it on the filter. We'll pull the cutoff down so we can hear it doing something. The good thing with this is we can open it up full screen. And I'm also going to see where it says start point. Loop starts on 5, sorry. I'm going to set this to 1. And I'm going to have it track over, say, 11 steps for it to be different. And instead of it going zing zing, so at the moment it's going quite quickly. So if we slow it down, you'll hear it close the filter. But if we go into, let's go step mode. I'm just going to tap on there, tap, 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 tap. This is step mode, tap. Instead of it being up or down, you can choose the steps. Now this does sound better, faster. So if we turn our speed a little back up. So we can as well. Then we could go into, say if doing it by hand sort of thing like this, we can go in and choose another mode. Like we could go, okay, well, up. Tap on that for up. And then maybe we could go glide with this one. So oops, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So not glide, sorry, down for this one and this one, and then take these up. So and we can smooth them out. So it's not too drastic. Switch our second oscillator on, which is, I'm going to choose another wavetable. It's digital one this time, maybe. Oh, bellish. I'm going to make sure shall I route the split routing filter 2 on, calm that bell sound down a bit. Cool beans. Layer 2. I'm going to make Wavetable and more Wavetable. So second layer now, completely different layer. Don't know what these are. What's these? Oh, some good ones. Got to check. I like these Formant ones that Dean did. So for layer 2, I'm gonna switch on the ARP. So I'm gonna hit hold here and cool. Let's go into our effects for layer 2. Are you wearing headphones? Let's increase the... Now, this is cool, right? Because the reverb is taking away some of the volume. Let's add more voices. And let's spread them out. It's very nice. Okay, so let's switch hold off. Let's go back to layer 1. Let's just turn the... Okay, so let's switch layer 1 and layer 2 on now. And let's hold. So I want to tidy this up. So thanks, Kenny. Thanks, Tigar. Oh, Connect. Thank you very much. That's very awesome of you. Thank you. So playing it with the keyboard now. Thank you very much, Tigar. That was brilliant. Thank you. See how cool it sounds though. Wavetables, just awesome. And we've still got in layer 2 a spare oscillator, so we could add another thing, but we don't want to overdo it, right? But we need a name for the patch. So see what you're hearing as well. Don't forget, we've also got, if we turn layer 1 off, we've got layer 2 off. We've got movement in layer 1 as well. And that's quite a simple sound. There's nothing going on in that sound. Let's make this sound wide. So we've got our movement coming in through the sequencer, the note sequencer, which is hooked up to the filter. We've applied no effects, nothing else at all, and it still sounds really nice. So let's make this more voices. And let's go to voices and spread this one out as well. As wide as it'll go. But not quite detuned. This is good because it's going through one of the key scalers, I think. That sounds lovely now. And I'm going to add some reverb to this actually. So I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to make this a big reverb. And also, I think so now. Oh. Do you know what? Do you know what might be really nice? Let's just switch layer 2 back on. So we've got this. Do you know what might be really cool? Let's look at layer 2. Layer 2's ARP. 16 steps. 1/8 bass time going over 1 octave. Epic. Let's go back to layer 1. Let's go to the ARP. Let's turn the ARP on. Let's set the steps to 32. Let's change the speed to 1/16. Oh, interesting. Let's change the speed to 1/16. Let's gate this a little bit before we start. Let's leave it open and see what happens. So now. Okay, so. So now we've got 2 different speeds of arpeggio. What would be nice if this was a 1/4 dotted against layer 2's just 1/8. So this might sound really cool. Ed Diaz, is that the Ed Diaz from Roland? How cool is this? My God, it's the legendary Ed Diaz. Ed, I can't tell you, mate. I watched your videos unbelievably. Loads and loads. Ed Diaz, guys, you know, Ed Diaz from Roland. He's done everything from Roland. It's just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Ed, thanks for your videos, man. Brilliant. Absolutely awesome. Right, so here's the thing, right? The thing is, I need to call this a name before we go. So I'm going to save this. Save it as, I'm going to put it into my thing there, and I'm going to call it alternating Geos, DAW, save. Brilliant. Top job. So there you go. Thanks, Tiger, again. Brilliant. Take it out. Right, so. So that's a really, really cool patch. I just want to save it again just to make sure I've got it saved. Can't never save enough. Save all the time. All the time be saving. So, right, let's have a quick listen to the sounds we've made tonight. Here we go. So we started off with this very kind of more experimental patch, which was kind of relies on me just firing notes off and hitting hold as well, and it kind of just does its thing. Played by arpeggiators on layers 1 and 2 again. So there was that one we made. That was the first one that kicked off the show, and then we've got what was the next one? Alternating arpeggios. That was the last. And then we did, oh yeah, the 70s Dream Comp one. Which is very proggy, but not wavetable at all. Very nice. Then we did that formant bass thing, didn't we? Which was kind of like a better for bass. Anyway, formant bassy thing. And then what was the next one here? Formant Keys, which was also based on the same kind of waveforms we used. Then we just messed around with it a bit more. Epic stuff. And then we kind of, I think, spent the rest of the time with the alternating arpeggios, which is the one we kind of end up with. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening, where we took a look at SynthMaster 2. Oh, thanks Ed. That blinking egghead coming from you, that's mega. Ed's like brilliant keyboard player, absolutely awesome. You should definitely check him out as well, Ed Diaz, on YouTube, and watch some of the older videos that he did as well. They're just absolutely blinking brilliant. So I'm going to close the microphone. I'll see you all guys tomorrow with more stuff. Thank you so much for the super chats, guys. It really, really, really do appreciate it. Me and Joe really do appreciate the super chats. It really helps it. I kid you not. Guys, thank you again for joining me. I'll let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes. We shall play out with a few of these things, and I'll just play some notes and stuff. Brilliant. See you all tomorrow. Ta-da.